Brother, when I look at old clips, as I look, to get knowledge of, of some of the brothers like Malcolm and their philosophy and things they were speaking on. And then even today, somebody posted on Facebook a picture. It looked like the Nation of Islam brothers marching and one had a sign protesting police brutality. And then
right.
here we are today. And Malcolm X grassroots movement puts out a report every 36 hours. A black person is killed in this country by some type of law enforcement officer. How much progress, brother?
That's the point. With a lack of consciousness, we got to focus on ourselves collectively, on what we can do. What can we do together? That's what we meant by all power to the people. And as you know, the party formed in October 1966. The party was formed initially around what? That very issue of police brutality as we were dealing with it, in Oakland, California. Okay? And as you know, spread all across the country. Well, why did it spread all across the country? Because it was the same issues all across the country. Now today, in the 21st century, in the year 2012, I'll be damned if we haven't allowed this to get worse. And, as Brother Malcolm said, we don't want sad people. We need angry and conscious people. Those are the kind of people who make change. And all this whining and all this is horrible. Of course it's horrible. What do we think it was going to be, a walk in the park? And the reality is that the system is not stupid either. They're cool. They're sadistic. It's a cool sadistic system, but it is not stupid. It's not considered. They're like scientists in a laboratory, always planning 10, 20, 30 years ahead. Always. Okay? We need to be even better than that. That way we'll stop backsliding, always backsliding and scratching our heads and asking ourselves, how the hell did we end up here? And I believe that we have the potential, I know that we have the potential in brothers and sisters such as yourself. I know that we do. But it's a hard struggle. And of course it's gonna be a hard struggle. But if we want to really go forward, I keep going back to the word creative and the word systemic. We have got to have some systemic change. This system that we're in, brother, is a system that's about pimping the people, and I don't give a damn what color somebody is. They can say whatever they want to say. I watch what they do. That's what I watch. What do they do? I was honored in 1961 at Morgan State, what was then called Morgan State College, in Baltimore, Maryland, to have actually met and spoken with Malcolm. And if it's one thing, it was the only time I met Malcolm and spoke with him. But I'll tell you what, the one thing that stands out in my mind about that brother, and I was a youngster, okay, but the one thing that stands out to me about when I met him was, well, I should say two things. One, his intensity. He was very, very intense. And two, his big smile, his humanity. The brother just, and that's what I think of when I've read his autobiography many times and blah, 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 but I think about that direct experience I had with him for about 20 minutes, just he and I. And he didn't treat me like a child, though I was physically a child, but mentally I wasn't. He treated me like a thinking, intelligent human. And this is what we all need to do. We need to become thinking, intelligent. We're already human, but we need to be thinking, critically thinking, So I have I believe we have enormous potential, and that's why I have a revolutionary hope.